Hey y'all, welcome back to Dusty Pines. Today's going to be a little bit different of a video. I wanted to go through and show y'all some of our setup here as far as feeding and watering the chickens and the rabbits. Something that worked out pretty well for us. I had a friend, a neighbor out at the farm asking me, or well, I was encouraging him to go ahead and just start getting, he wants to get chickens and stuff, but uh, he was worried about taking care of it and stuff. And I said, man, they're really not that bad. I mean, if you set it up right, they're pretty low maintenance. And so I wanted to just go over what we have as far as watering and feeding, and we can improve on this, of course, but just wanted to show y'all what we have here. I was out here doing some chores and thought, I might as well make a video. So here we go. So I wanted to start off by showing our watering system for the rabbits. Basically, I have a 5-gallon bucket here. I've drilled a hole in it and put a piece of tubing, and it runs down to these water bowls, and they have a, you gotta forgive me, hi baby, you gotta forgive me because the water bowl is a little got a little algae in it, but you can see when they bump this, I don't know, it lets the water in, and so it's loaded with water sitting in this hose with head pressure because the tank is above it, and the weight of that water is going to push through in that hose and let that water out. And this just a little spigot, and when they bump it, it lets the water into the food bowl. And so then we've got tees, same line here, coming off of here, goes down to a tee, goes to that one, tees off, comes over, goes to this one, tees off, goes over, goes to this one. So I've got 3 rabbits here running off of 5-gallon tub of water. We used to use these, but these little balls, they leak by and these drain. You got to go out there and mess with them at least once a day, if not multiple times a day, and it just doesn't hold up too well. And I mean, they're okay, but if you're looking for a more maintenance free, the only thing maintenance about this is if I had to do it over again, I would have used some black tubing to not allow the sunlight in, because this hose, I just cleaned these today, but this clear hose, it's kind of opaque white now, but that clear hose lets sunlight in and algae grows, and it'll block it off, and then you got to take it apart and clean it. A black hose would prevent that. So, but it's not too bad. You just pull this hose out, take it apart in sections, and then you'll be able to I made like a pipe cleaner out of a piece of wire, and I wrapped some rope and stuff about the diameter of the inner diameter of that pipe, and just kind of pulled it through and scrubbed the walls, and then I treated it with a little bleach, and then rinsed it out real good. And there's one getting a little sip of water right now. All right, so as far as feeders go, these we just bought at Tractor Supply. They've got a vented bottom to let moisture out. Does it work that great? No. Those would be ideal if I had a taller roof line to keep the rain off of them, or maybe had it indoors, like if I had these under a shed, they'd be perfect, and the food would last for, I don't know, several days. But when it starts raining and the water comes off this roof and starts falling in here, we get a lot of waste in there. And then of course you can put some hay in there for the rabbits. They'll like that. Some people use different kinds of hay. I'm not going to get into which hay is better, Timothy or Coastal or whatever, but this one, same thing. Looks like we got a little drip here. I just pulled these apart, so I might need to put some zip ties on them or something. Might not be sealing. Yeah, that feels a little loose. So, but anyways, same situation. You can see the little spigot maybe here a little better. And food. Another thing to mention on these. Let me see if I can find it. On this one. I'm not seeing it on this one. I know I have it. I saw it on this one earlier. Yeah, right here you can see I drilled a little hole, and that's just to release a vacuum. So you can close these, keep them all closed up, and as the water level comes down in here, it can pull air to displace that so it doesn't get vapor locked. That's it on the rabbits. You've got a little jungle over here growing from the chicken scratch. So the water on the chicken coop is very similar. I've got 10 gallons of water, which is way more than enough. And I did PVC pipe. I plumbed it down. I did put if I come over here, I did put like a clean out there if I wanted to do an addition to it later or whatever I needed to do. I can drain it, I can pull this and blast water or whatever, clean it out. And I've got a low point drain right here too. And so these are similar little watering bowls. I was using the larger. You can see the remnants of one there. I need to clean these out, but those are larger bowls. They're probably 3 or 4 inches wide there, but the chickens tend to like to jump up on them and they break off right here. Ow. Hey, what are you doing? Pecking? But same deal. They've got a little spigot there, and when the birds come to get water, they bump that spigot and it lets water in. So, and I've got looks like 5 of these. If I wanted to add more, I could add more to here and go on, and I could run it inside or whatever. But as far as the house itself, I got the house. Well, this is number 2, but I got the original frame and everything for the house from Tractor Supply. It was kind of expensive. I think it was around $1,000, but the original one burnt down. A neighbor come and saved the chickens. I guess at work. Yeah, I was at work, but anyways, it all burnt down. All I was left with was a metal frame. So what I did was I had some hardy board, put some hardy board in there, concrete board, so that won't burn. So it's metal and hardy board. I think the floor is still like a piece of OSB or plywood inside, and then I had some metal tin. The original roof was like a fiberglass reinforced plastic or some type of polymer, and it burnt in the fire. Most of that burnt down, and so I had this tin laying around, so I put a good metal roof on it. Still use some of the stuff, like the ridge cap here was original, so had to kind of repaint some of it because the fire burned it up. Let's go in here and visit our girls. So this is real simple. It's just, I need to put some feed in there, but basically I bought these off of Amazon. They come with everything you need, hole saw and the caps and gaskets and stuff, and it allows the chickens to stick their head in there and get feed off the bottom, but the top is protected. So, and if this were outside, it has the little drip edge, so it would keep the water out. This one's been broken off somehow. I don't know if one of the kids knocked it when they were feeding, but it still works. I mean, it still gets their head in there and stuff, but and it's still got it locked in, nothing's spilling out, but it does have a little gasket. But anyways, yeah, so this lasts for a while. That's actually why it's almost empty, because it lasts so long you kind of almost forget about it. So but store my feed in metal trash cans, that way mice and rats can't get into it. Of course, they can of course help themselves to this, so that is one downside to it. If you don't pick up your feed every day, then you're also feeding whatever rodents may be getting in here. So, but girls are looking good. They've stopped laying. I'm not real sure why. Maybe I need to let them free range a little more, start eating some bugs, change their diet up, spike their diet, and start laying a little better. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll let them out today. Go on, girls. Yeah, chick, chick. Let the girls out. Let them roam around and start scratching. They love it out there. They just poop on the back porch, and then the dogs like to roll in it, so I don't do it that often. But hopefully they'll hang out back here and not go up on the porch. They get excited. Anyways, that's it. One thing is about it, I'll leave that open. One thing about it is they always like to dig over here. Always gotta have hay in your nesting boxes. Number one, it gives them a place to lay. Number two, if you got fresh hay in there, it keeps your eggs a lot cleaner. If you miss it a day or something, it keeps it cleaner, because sometimes they'll break them or whatever, and they get nasty. So they've got all kinds of other ways to do it, but that's the way I do it. I hadn't had any issues other than the chickens breaking it on there, breaking their bowls off. But I switched to the other bowls from Tractor Supply, which I'm not sure. When I buy the bowls from Tractor Supply, it just comes with these bowls. I'm not sure about this. This is I think 1/2 inch to 3/8 or 1/4 inch threaded pipe. So you might have to order that, special order that. I don't know if I've seen that at Tractor Supply. They might have it, but they do have the bowls, and it comes 2 to a pack. But what I did was I got a, well, let me see if I can get one of these dug out of here. Alright, so this was the original bowl. You can see they're quite a bit bigger. And what happens is the chickens will jump up on here, and it's just got that little, see if it'll focus. Come on, focus. Anyways, it's just got a little stop that screws into here, and when they get up on there, it breaks it off. So, but the kit with these came with all 5 of those. It came with 5 cups, and then the teas that are needed to do that. So maybe it's, I don't know, maybe better to find a kit like this on Amazon. Oh yeah, those chickens spreading that manure, rabbit manure everywhere. They'll get in there and find some bugs. All right, well, I guess that's gonna be it for this one. Y'all have a good one, and God bless.